That's a shit.
Yeah, we should just go with whatever you got in your head tonight.
I used to work in a box store.
Which one?
Home Depot. My last day job.
Oh, I remember this.
July 9th, 2006.
Have you ever worked? What were your, tell us some of your jobs you had.
I was a camp counselor, like a summer counselor in college.
I could see that.
Mr. Sellers.
Yeah.
Mr. Sellers.
What the fuck is that? An old white woman?
What's a blunt? Blunt's, what's in my pocket?
I wasn't smoking back then. And then after that, I had to go through some serious life shit to start smoking. And then after that, I had regular day jobs. I sold insurance. Then I was in sales.
So I'm going to tell you a story what I did at the Home
WTF
Depot.
Media Studio.
At the Home Depot. I worked there for 5 years, actually.
5 years is a
5 years.
long time.
So when you're a part-timer.
How old?
From 19 to 25, turning 20 that year.
You were doing comedy still?
I just hit my first open mic after my first year there. Yeah, I started comedy at 21, 20, and then I started there when I was like 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you ever worked at a box store before as a part-timer, the employee's number one job is for you to provide good customer service, be good to customers. Me and my friends, my only goal there was to hide from customers. All I did was hide.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, I found ways to hide. Toilet break, 2 hours. You name it.
What?
I would do everything to hide.
That's fine.
Because I'm making like 12, at the time it was like minimum wage, I think $10, $11 an hour. But I would hide all the time. One time, and this is true, I had an old boss. It was like, his name was it Max? Max? I think it was Max. I can't remember, it was a long time ago. And he loved his job. He was like, he would say this to me, he goes, you know, man, I could see you being manager here. Like I was in the rental center. We used to rent out big industrial tools to like contractors. And I just laughed in his face. I was like, I don't fucking want to manage here. And he was like, well, it's a good job. I like offended him. I was like, he loved his job. So one time there was this big box, like a box the size of a sofa. And it was underneath some of these shelves. And I emptied all the stuff out of it to put on the shelves. And I was just like, I'm just going to put the empty box back in the shelf. And I'm going to sleep in the box. This is cell phones were new. I had a BlackBerry back then. I was like, I'm just going to fucking hang on the box. And there, you know how the box have handlebars? Like the handle holes?
Someone picked you up?
No, I would look through that. And I see my boss looking for me. And I was too pot committed. So I'm in this box, just chilling out.
What committed?
Too pot committed. I'm like, I can't just come out and be like, hey, I was sleeping. Like I was like pot committed. It's like a poker term. Like I'm already too deep.
I heard Tupac.
No.
Pot. P-O-T.
Pot committed.
Oh, okay.
Best Buy pot.
But I
So I'm like looking at him and he's like, Eddie to tool rental center, please. Eddie to tool rental. And I'm in the box watching him call me. I try not to laugh. He was like, have you seen Eddie? It's like, he was here a minute ago. Eddie to tool rental center. Eddie to tool rental center. And he's like, I watched them.
How old were you?
I was 21 years old. I watched a man break down. Like he's like, what the fuck? The fuck? And then there was a line. The line started to form. It was my shift. And I'm watching this happen. I'm like, I should get out and help him. But a piece of me is like, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to fuck this job. And he's just like in a line. There's people line up. And he's like, Eddie to rental center, Eddie to the rental center. And he's just trying to handle these customers.
The good guy you like?
No, the boss.
Oh my God.
Who like, and I'm like, what am I going to do?
Because if you get out of the box, they'll see you.
So I texted my buddy and I said, hey, come get me. He's like, get you where? And I'm like, and I called him. I was like, okay, I'm in a box in the tool rental center. Come by with a pump truck, which is like those things that like put me on the pump truck and get me out of here. Because he can't see me get out of the box.
Yeah.
The rental center is the size of this room. I can't just pop out. I can't just pop out and be like, hey, sorry, I was taking a nap. Were you busy?
So it's that close.
Yeah, dude, I'm like watching him like that through a little thing. I'm like,
oh my God, this is so
I thought I was going to just chill in there for a bit. Dude, he was freaking out. He called my mom. He called my house. And then my mom called me and she goes, are you at work? I'm like, yeah, I'm at work. I'm just like in another department. Like, oh, okay. So then I told my buddy, come get me. Get me out of there. So he brings a pump truck over. They lift the box, and I kind of like pretend, and he puts it on, and then my buddy wheels me out of there.
It worked.
And then he got me out. And then he took me off to like the lumber center in the corner. And I got out of the box and I walked in and hey, what's up? I've been calling you. Oh, sorry, man. I was like in the bathroom, was taking a break. I stepped outside. I'm sorry, I missed you. He's like, it's been like half an hour. I had a huge line here. Like, oh, sorry about that. It's a close one. Hey, did you enjoy this clip of For Fact's Sake? We hope you did. If you want to watch the whole episode, go to our Patreon, patreon.com/FFSpodcast. That's patreon.com/FFSpodcast. Full audio, full video on every single episode. Don't miss an episode of For Fact's Sake. Get them every week. The link to that is in the description of this video.